this game, and I don't want to spam you guys with it, but this is the only game I've been playing lately since Fortnite is no longer Fortnite, or no longer available at the moment. We are playing some more LA Noire. We got promoted in the last stream this morning. We got promoted, and then today we're going to be on our first case on our new promotion, Homicide. Homicide. We got promoted from Traffic. Now we got promoted to Traffic. Then we got promoted to Homicide. So we are going to be working with dead bodies here and, you know, saving cases. This stream is probably going to have like 2 cases on it. So make sure you grab some popcorn, grab a drink, you know, everything like that you need. And let's get right into these cases. Absolutely am excited. Absolutely love this series. I used to play this series when I was in the PS3. I used to, you know, play this series, and I used to, you know, sit here hours, you know, fixing cases and doing all of that. But we are playing the remastered version of LA Noire, which is a really good game. If you guys have like $18, go get it. It's really fun, and I love these cop games. And if I find another cop game that I want to do for the stream, trust me, it's going to happen. We are 9 subscribers away from 50 subscribers. Let's try to hit it, guys. It would mean a lot. We hit 40. Now we hit 41. That was our goal. We're 9 subscribers away from our new goal. My cat's out. I don't know if you can see her little tail over there. It's in the camera. But like I said, it will mean a lot to me if you guys smash that sub button and turn on my notifications when you get notified. And if you also need to know when, like, if you guys want to know when I'm going live, go follow me on my Instagram. It is the same as my YouTube. It should I can't find a way to put it in the description below, but it's the same as my YouTube, so you just, you know, go follow me on there. If you follow me on there, you will get notified of when I am doing daily videos just like this one. Or not daily, sometimes daily, not daily, whatever, depending on how I feel about my streams. So yeah, let's get right in here. Let's do our new homicide case. Let's bring it in, and let's bring this town to justice. LA Noire. Let's go. Or this city, not town. Homicide. The Red Lipstick Murder. Let's get right here. Oh man, I absolutely love this game. Six months later. We got promoted, now it's 6 months later. Oh. It's nighttime, that's not good. Oh my God.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine...
I don't know if I'm going to wear this suit for Homicide. I might wear a different suit.
Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Okay then. Investigate the crime scene.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale. Saw that big case.
Oh, we got a new car too. Look at that. Working with homicide key.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Crime scene is just up a dirt road.
Turn off my siren.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Dun dun dun. Oh boy. YouTube's not gonna like this. YouTube is not gonna like this, but whatever.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Looks like we got footsteps
What can
here.
you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
It looks like blood stains come out to the
Cause of
naked
death?
Could be the head injuries. He hasn't been badly stalked. The cuts look superficial.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Ah.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine.
Black
Could be
Dahlia.
something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Sorry, YouTube, wasn't expecting this, but if I was, from now on, since we're in the homicide cases, until we get promoted, I will be, in the beginning of the stream, I'll be giving, like, I will say that there is, nudity and, stuff like that in the game. So, people can leave if they don't want to see that kind of stuff. It's just, I'm not going to end the series because of that.
Another day, another dollar.
The victim's bag?
Lipstick.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
It's a hairbrush. Can't go with it. Crime scene. So already at the crime scene. In case you guys are wondering, our desk, if you look over here, on this page right here, the desk, it will tell you traffic, homicide, vice, and arson. So those are all only things we can get promoted to, which is pretty cool. We will show you that. Oops, something's over here. What is this?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
So we all know that goes there. Ooh. Maybe. Boom. And we know. Should be, there we go. Ooh, it's a lighter.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
When we get to the Bomba, a man could die of thirst in a case like this.
The Bomba Club.
Calm down.
I should probably look where I was going.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall.
From this day forward, I'm going to follow the
I've been
traffic
working
rules.
evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't. Understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Looks like we're on a red light. Oh, no, we're on a green. We're gonna follow the traffic rules since we are policemen. But if we weren't policemen, we won't follow the traffic rules. Dude just rammed me. Better press my brake. There we go.
God, you're gonna kill us!
Uh-huh. Onyx, what are you doing? She's trying to get undercovers, it looks like.
Central Unit, Car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
I'm turning so I could go to this way. Oh my god.
Hey!
Hey, hey, hey. I'm not gonna follow these traffic rules no more. Bomba Club, 10:30 a.m.
Drove me up to my house.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss it. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
I think he's a bit of a ganguero.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is... was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Let's check out this guy's license plate here. It's pretty nice of this guy. I like him. 2B8899.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Was it valuable? Could it be motive for her murder?
Who could say these days? I think it had more sentimental than monetary value.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Alright. Looks like she was a drinker.
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
This isn't what we're looking for.
No, it's not what we're looking for. I'm looking for our phone. Phone booth. Here we go.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, ma'am.
He drove me up to Mohammed and did some.
back up out of this.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
Smart
No,
man might
sirens,
know
run,
it's unwise
Coach,
to
you down
stand
the
between the
street.
patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job at the healthy first.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Whoever's watching, we got promoted in the last stream. It's the end of it, so we're running homicide now. Oh. Henry residence 11 yada 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 11:01 a.m.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
What are these?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart in her day.
Not in the
ring
red.
looks distinctive.
Show our clues.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Thumbs up here.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Read the headline.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with it.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Okay then.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Let's go talk to these neighbors over here first.
Here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
All right.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she's probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Okay then, let's get down there and, take these guys down, town. He's
Okay,
running
Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're going to have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest.
Show clues. Oh, this is cool.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try to gas it.
Alright then.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit down.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Size 11s.
Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Alright.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous. Best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
Is she Celine Earhart?
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
And how are we meant to believe that, Jacob? It isn't looking good for you.
That nosy bitch from next door, Janie Horgan. She'll tell you I left. And what time.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
You were separated from your wife. You argued.
She wanted things I couldn't provide. Fact is, she was disappointed with life.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
You called the bar to give yourself an alibi. Then you went after her, beat her, and dumped her in a park. I think you are a sack of shit, Jacob.
You're not going to pin Celine's death on me. I'll take a lie detector test to prove it. you want to take all that back, you fresh-faced little punk.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her.
I didn't mean to put that one, but okay.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
This doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
What's this bunkum?
Hit me. Hit me. Ooh. Ooh. Get out of here.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. Check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Alright, so we gotta go back down to Central. Put this guy in the back. Oh. Hold on. Alright. We are going down to Central.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no...
Head down to the Central.
There's people there!
Okay, I'm gonna leave the light off. It's hurting my eyes, so it might be a little bit dark, but it's, what it is. Get out of here.
Whoa there!
Okay. Alright, I was not expecting that, and I was not planning on doing that, but, if shit happens like that. Central Police Station. We are conducting an interview for some guy, right? I believe.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment call, Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sob-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Ring? I don't know who'd be worse.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic.
I can't
Engines,
have that right now, I'm
differentials,
sorry.
transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
Was he home in bed?
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home. I hope if you ever suffer a loss, people treat you with more dignity than you've been offering me.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You used your wife's lipstick to leave us a message. Was it a cry for help, Jacob?
Well, the last time I didn't kill my wife. I'm done with you.
Oh my God.
You should charge me or let me go. If not, I'm going to get myself a lawyer.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
Jacob, I think she pushed you around and slapped you about. You got to like it. Big guy like you, and you're a fucking pushover.
Ah, fuck you. I did my best to make it work.
I don't see any way out of this unless you give us something.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Go check out this
We can
Mendez.
still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
Officer New Shop 103 and B.
Mendez. Go check out this Mendez guy.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you want to sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Okay then. Mendez apartment, 2:06 p.m.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Ah, that hurts. Hold on, just give me 1 second here. Much better. Apartment 16, the Mendez lives in. Apartment 16.
Don't bother
here.
knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Oh, wow.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body. Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Okay. Looks like we got a lead here.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey! What gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there!
Another roof chase here. And I ain't complaining. It keeps me busy.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Get in and drive.
Fox 2
wasn't.
Oh boy.
Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road. I've got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
All right.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
And that's how we stop these guys and we take them downtown. That is what I am talking about. Another guy has going to jail, and the husband is getting probably charged with deadly force on an officer.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
So another case going down town. Let's get into the second case of the stream. And yeah. See what we got here with this other stream. Or I mean this other case. Not stream, other case.
This pain to cool the love you.
Music's all the way off. So
Pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning. I'm burning up for you.
uh-oh, our guy's catching some feelings here. The golden butterfly. What is...
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hats are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Need a drink. I got the fingers again.
Okay.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Just in case you guys don't know, this after this series we'll be doing another Rockstar series on GTA San Andreas. So stay tuned for that. Not like after this series, like after the last, like the ending of the game. There will be,
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
matter? So you don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Beautiful day. I hope we have no trouble.
No, we're gonna have some trouble. Another naked woman dead and killed.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Guys, if you don't know already, this game has brief nudity on our homicide scenes. So, there will be nudity.
Ligature mark is very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
So we got rape.
What's this mark? Cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Missing jewelry.
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. And have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
You know, we always have to talk to the morgue.
The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
So we got another naked dead body. Basically the same way the other dead body was killed. Brutally forced. Ring violently removed. And,
Beautiful.
So I don't know, maybe this is the same exact person. No, because he went to jail, I don't know. Maybe it's his brother, family member, something. Go down to the Mola residence here. Oh, wow. That's a big map. I'm gonna copy this car.
Still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Alright, so let's head down here. We're gonna go pick up this guy and then take him down.
KGPL 20 Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify?
Working with 2 cases today. Hard working. It's amazing. It is the most amazing thing I ever seen, and he almost cut me off. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon.
He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
All right.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Nope.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
What's in here?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
And then
No sign of a wedding ring.
probably the one that was taken from her hand.
Advice? Everything.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
And did he come and get you?
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching.
You always gotta be
diamond
nice to these
engagement
kids. You
ring.
can't be,
She wore a watch?
Yes.
Alright.
A yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Your mom and dad never got angry with each other? They were happy?
Well, not like the movies. Not like you read about in books.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
I know this is a tough time for you, Michelle, but you should really try and help the police.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is...
She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
You always wear size 9s?
Sometimes 10s. Depends on the brand. Foreign shoes have different sizes.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You didn't go anywhere?
No, I was here the whole time.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
Where's the school?
Belmont High on West 2nd Street. There's a parking lot next door where the parents wait for the kids.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
I think you set this up, Hugo. I think you kicked up a fuss about staying home for an alibi. Then you followed your wife and murdered her.
You're out of your mind coming in here making accusations like that. Come out into the yard and I'll make you take that back, mister.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on it.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
We're gonna cross the street to go talk to this woman.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Ah, we got him. No. Up the fence, come on.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them.
What are these? Bloody shoes.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
A size
I can
8.
explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Juvenile Hall.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kids.
Why is she going... Wait, why is she gonna get Juvenile Hall down here? She did... You mean CPS?
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps.
Yes,
9
he
times
said
out of
to
10,
school.
it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some lives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all the turd.
Belmont High School.
Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go. I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where?
This guy's a
You're
pervert.
going on another drive with Baby Gardner, aren't you? So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
If this is me, I would run up those bleachers and...
Be careful. He looks dangerous.
Olive oil comes from olives.
Where's baby oil?
There he is. See him?
Come on! Please stop running. You're making my life harder than it has to be. Oh hell no, you trying to square up with me.
Enough, freak.
Ooh.
You
Ow.
little muckle and you're a dead man.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you low-key motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
I would go.
Why would
I
I
would
do
just
that?
punch this guy.
Because I'm about to
I
break your
hit him.
fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
Get in the back, you old pervert. You freaking child
What time did you
molester.
see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Alright. Let's go downtown and put these guys through questioning. Could be our second case in the books. Location, Belmont High School. Oh wait, we gotta. My bad. We gotta take this guy I gotta check the vehicle. Oh, okay.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
This is not good.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Call the Central.
Price is outrageous. Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks.
Loaded.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
I don't know about this. My gut says Muller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Muller. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not an immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, at 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Alright, let's go. Okay then.
Units in the vicinity.
Let's pull into the morgue here. Los Angeles, California morgue.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Oh boy. This one?
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Oh, you sick bastards. Locations, Central Police Station.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You know, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is shots fired 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identify.
Officing shop 103 and east.
Central Police Station, 8:06 p.m. Alright.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him. Are they ready?
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Alright.
Boys, you've really come through this time, haven't you?
Grown men playing at being boys.
2. We're gonna get Moeller done with first.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
Do you know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're gonna die for this, Mueller. Better give me something if I'm gonna believe your story.
My conscience is clear. You can't badger me into admitting anything.
Charge suspect. Alright. I don't know if he did do it. He had blood stains, so I'll be back.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, folks, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with it.
Oh, wow.
You look like you've had it rough.
See me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall.
This guy, no matter what, if he gives me a chance to charge suspect, I'm charging him with freaking...
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
Rape.
It's not a nice thing to go calling that.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid, tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Mueller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman? I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
That's the guy. Detective. That's him. That's the guy who parked the car. I'm sure of it. Hey, he's getting away!
That's not true. I can't go to jail.
Oh my god. Should have charged this dude.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Oh my god.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
It ends here, Hugo. Once we get the janitor's statement, you'll be staring down a murder charge. Hands behind your head!
Wow. I should have charged him.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Oh. Well, we're gonna end the stream here. Ugh. I really enjoyed this stream. We're gonna end the stream here. So if you guys like this video, drop a like, subscribe to my notifications, and yeah, that would be appreciated. There will be another stream probably on the same game later today. We'll take a break for a little bit, so I'm not spamming you guys with the series. But yeah, there will be a part. So this is part. Let me see what part this is. Hold on. This is part 6. There'll be a part 7 coming pretty soon. If you guys, like I said, if you guys like this video, drop a like, turn on notifications, and subscribe. That would mean a lot. Trying to get these two cases done. 2 cases done. Instead of just one. So we sit here, we do 2 cases instead of 1 case. Keeps the stream long and bigger and all that stuff. And if you guys like the stream, like I said, subscribe to my notifications. But if you guys want to get notified when I do videos daily, or daily or sometimes daily, just like this one, follow me on my Instagram. It will be the same as my YouTube. Follow me, and right before I go stream, I'll take a picture, my TV, and I'll say stream is starting, post it to my story, post it to my feed, and bada boom, bada bam. If you guys love this, comment down below that you love this series, and our next series will be GTA San Andreas. GTA San Andreas, the old GTA San Andreas. That is going to be our next series on this channel. So let's try to, we're gonna get this series done up, cleaned up, quit, all that stuff. We're gonna get this series done. I'm actually loving the series. I don't want it to end, but I feel like we have been working hard, being a good detective, getting 2 cases done. This series is not going to be a long part series because we're getting 2 cases done per part, which means that I actually love the game. I'm glad that I bought it. It was a good purchase, good game. Peace out. Love y'all.